It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man. Just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the street, like a drum to a beat. This is the place that you wanna be, but all trolls we delete.
Welcome in, everybody.
Just so you know we don't go.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody on the replay and everybody in the bushes. Now please drop down and let me see who's here. Welcome in, everybody.
But it's getting so out of control. Thank you for tuning in to MTGV.
And how long have you known Naziyah?
Y'all know what it is, man. Team
What grade was she in?
Miss V. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe.
So you've known her roughly for 7 years?
Yes.
Okay. You said you're a substitute teacher at J.E. Clark. How do you get assigned to different classrooms?
If the teacher's absent or if they're on prayer, then I go to their classroom.
And were you in Naziyah's class on January 9th?
Yes.
And were you in Naziyah's class on January 10th?
No.
Sorry, were you the teacher assigned to Naziyah's class on the 10th?
No.
Okay. Who was that teacher?
I don't know.
But you were on the 9th?
Yes.
And on the 9th, was Naziyah present in that classroom?
Yes.
And do you remember, if you remember, what she was wearing?
I think she had a plaid jacket on and some blue jeans.
Plaid jacket.
It was like a winter jacket, but it was like plaid.
What she had on the bus, I'm assuming. But it wasn't plaid.
This exhibit 12. Do you recognize that photo, man?
Yes, Naziyah.
And that's Naziyah?
Yes.
And do you recognize when that photo's from?
No.
Okay. As part of your, if you are going to be a substitute teacher, do you have to take attendance for class?
Yes.
And did you do that on January 9th?
Yes.
And is there a form that you fill out or handwrite in or take in?
Yes.
Do you recognize that document, Ms. Lee?
Yes.
And is that an attendance document from
Yes.
J.E. Clark?
Yes.
And is that for Naziyah's class?
Yes.
And does that include the dates from the 8th to the 12th of January 2024?
Yes.
Move to admit he was proposed 31.
Any objection? No objection. It would be admitted as speaking to exhibit 31.
And on that document, does it say that Naziyah was present on January 9th?
Yes.
And how is that noted on that form?
A B.
Okay, that's it, present?
Yes.
And does it say she was present on the 10th?
Yes.
It does say she was present.
Yes.
Was, to your knowledge, she present on the 10th?
No.
How do you know that?
Because me and Naziyah are together every day. She comes to my room to get snacks, and she was not there on the 10th.
So you're 100% sure?
100%.
Why would they mark her there? Just as clear as day. And who did that? That makes no sense to me. How do you accidentally mark somebody present that wasn't there?
For 25 years.
No, I was in the store for 25, for like 4 years. I've been in the field for 25 years.
Okay, so what are the rules before you start?
A lunch aide, school facilitator, a parent educator.
Okay. But you referenced seeing Naziyah almost daily?
Yes.
Okay, so even though you're a sub, you're always present.
Oh yeah, I'm always in the building.
Okay, and she comes to see you every day?
She said she was always in the building and she come and see her every day.
What are those interactions usually like?
Most of the time, me and Naziyah, she comes to pick up her breakfast. We talk in the hallway for a few minutes. She go to class, then at lunchtime we see each other again because I have a snack bar in my room. And she usually come in there and gets the snacks up the bar.
Okay, so when you say pick up her breakfast, is that part of your role?
No, that's not part of my role. That's in school. They have some breakfast in the hallway and they just pick breakfast.
Okay, but she stops by to see.
Yes, she stops by.
Okay, and did she do that on the 9th?
Yes.
You're not regularly getting up to the 9th?
No. Because I think her teacher was there. Mr. Smith, I think he was there that day.
Okay, do you have an idea how often
Mr. Smith is her teacher, huh? She thinks Mr. Smith was there that day. Did anybody put Mr. Smith in and ask him why he marked her
She was
present?
in that specific class that year?
Ooh. Whenever Mr. Smith wasn't there, I don't know, maybe once a week.
Okay. So it sounds like the school, maybe they don't use lots of different subs, or is it always you or she's out?
No, we have subs that come in, but I'm what they call a building sub, and I'm just placing that building. Okay. But like if there's 5 teachers out there, we might have to have subs. Okay.
So there could be subs other than you.
Yes.
But you were there somewhere.
Yes.
So you got to know Naziyah pretty well. And did you find that she was acting at all unusual that day?
On the night she came in, she was acting very unusual because she usually just eats. I gave her an assignment, she did her assignment, she laid on the floor, which made me really suspect because she never does anything like that. And she said, Miss Lee, I need to go see the counselor. And I told her after we eat breakfast, I see if the counselor is there. But the counselor never came up to see her.
Do that make sense? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, after we eat, I'm going to see if the counselor is there, but she never came up. Well, how did you notify the counselor, ma'am?
So does that mean that you told the counselor about the observations you made?
No, I've never seen the counselor because she never came up to see us. I guess she wasn't in the building that day.
I guess she wasn't in the building. I never seen her because she never came up to see us. I guess she wasn't in the building that day. How? Okay, y'all. So I wanted to stop it right there because we are talking about, we think we found Mr. Smith. Welcome in, Charlene. She said the school need to be held accountable as well. I'm with you on that 100%. Because we got to go back to the school because those are the people that she was last with, even the bus driver. So let me greet everybody. Welcome in, Kippy. Salute to you. Welcome in, Kawana. Top flight in the building. How you doing? Charlene said, hey, gang. Hope all is well. Yes. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Happy hump day. So I want to give a shout out to JoJo. JoJo actually sent these particular pictures and it sent me on a different chase with the school. You know, so I looked into some other things too. But these pictures right here that JoJo sent me, we believe that this is Mr. Smith. You see Naziyah right there, circled with the arrow. This picture I have been using, but I didn't have the picture of all the other people that was behind her. I just had her cropped out, and I didn't know where she was at. But she's at school in this picture, and her teacher is like in the street doing that, like that while they walking off to the side. It looks like, but that looks like the same guy. That looks like that might be Mr. Smith. What do y'all think about that? So with that being said, I went through some other stuff and just looking to see who the administrators are, the principal, and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna pull that up too. Welcome in, Ruva. How you doing? Shout out to Brooke. Yes, Team Naziyah. Okay, and then let me see. So this is that's the principal right there. Let me move this banner. And let me go to something right quick. I was looking at this calendar. So that's the administrator. Her name is, let me go to my, hold on, I'm in the wrong spot. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Set all notifications so you know every time I go live. So yeah, the guy is the principal. His last name is Garcia. Let me go. Why can't I ever find stuff when I'm live? So a couple things that I'm gonna go through is like some school rules and things that would apply to Naziyah. It'd be better if I just go to this spot. Let me do this. Let me pull up. I'm going to give y'all their names in a minute. I just can't find it right quick. But I'm going to pull up this calendar because that's really what I wanted to look at. Because I don't think we really, at least I wasn't thinking about the school break and all of that stuff that Naziyah would have had right before she went missing. Looking at this calendar, you can clearly see this is actually the school calendar from January 2024. It shows us that, I mean, she was on school break, obviously, because it was right at the holidays. She had just went back to school from the holiday break on the 8th. And she went missing on the 9th. So it seemed like they was waiting for school to start to do this plan. Yeah. So everywhere that you see the Christmas trees at, she was on break. Now let me pull it up on my side. It's really messed up how they played her. They knew what they was doing. I think they wanted it to happen during school so it would be more people involved so it wouldn't point directly to them. Let's wait till she go back to school and then let something happen. So when you look at this and find out, okay, so school break was December 23rd is what it looks like when they first went on a break, according to this calendar. The day before that is Spirit Week, 3rd annual Christmas Winter Wonderland. So they would have had a Christmas program or something like that going on. So from December 23rd, in December, from December 23rd to December 31st, she was out of school. But then in January, she was out. You see where the reindeers are. That's the 6th. Then when it goes to the next calendar, you'll see that in January, she was out from the 1st to the 7th. They went back on the 8th. And on the 9th, she went missing. And on the 10th, they reported that she was in school that day. And you just heard the substitute teacher say that she believes Mr. Smith was there that day. I believe that this is Mr. Smith. I believe that is Mr. Smith. Let me see what y'all saying. Shout out to my BFF in the building. Happy hump day. Welcome in, Yaki. We got Gotti in the building. Welcome in, Lisa. Sweetie in the building. Thank y'all for coming in. Enos and Bellas. He got some skeletons in his closet. Who you talking about? The principal or the teacher? The principal or the teacher? Let me pull this back up. Shout out to Bullets Gotti in the building. How you doing? Peace to you. The principal looks a little creepy-eyed. I wonder, if they're from this area. Did they go to school there? Could they possibly be around Jarvis's age and maybe know him? I don't know, but just from what I'm looking at, it looks like it's a black school, like ran black and black children. And I mean, I don't know. It's probably mixed in students, but as far as who's running the school, hold on, let me. That's crazy. Gotta be here. I can't find nothing I'm looking for. But yeah, I mean, just looking at that calendar, it made me more sad because I mean, this is a holiday break she's on. She made it for Christmas, New Year's. They did this purposely to me, the timing of it. Because if it would have happened over the break, then the school wouldn't have been involved. She couldn't have stalled the search out and all the stuff that they did. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was strategically planned. How you doing, Lisa? Yay, I'm not, but a few be held accountable as well. Wait, what happened? I don't know what this thing just did. Oh, yay, I'm not but a few minutes late. How you doing, sweetie? Yes, you are pretty much on time because we just getting started. All right, so let me keep going. So, because there was a couple other things that I was looking at too. So let's see. Oh, that's old boy. I had told y'all a while ago that I would put this conversation in here that I had. Now, right now, y'all probably can't see it that well because of the way that the screen is overwriting. But I had already mentioned to y'all about this. So anyway, this information right here, this is the guy that recorded the evidence, and I reached out to him to have a conversation with him about this, and he asked for money. And yeah, that tripped me out that this dude wanted money. Hold on, y'all. Let me look at something. Let me read it because I know y'all can't see it. So when I went, as a matter of fact, right before I went live, well, a little bit earlier, I looked, and then I realized that he actually has sent another message. Like, really? And he had a lot of nerve to ask me what he asked. Hold on. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I wanted to talk to him when I found out about this evidence, and so I reached out to him June of 15th, and I sent him the first video I did when I first found out that it was his friend that recorded the evidence. And he also is the reason why this stuff is evidence, the friend and Vari together. So that, to me, that's major. Yeah. So I sent him a video. It was part 1 of the evidence. I said, fam, can we talk about that shoe you found? He said, sure. What do you want to do, an interview or something? I said, yes, sir. I'm thinking cool. I sent him my number. He responds back about an hour and a half later talking about, okay, you ain't got to go through my manager, but it's a fee. You can just send me something, though. and we can make it work. Okay, so that's absolutely ridiculous. Some friend, your friend's sister is missing, and you worried about some money. Then he said, I said something like, what? I can give you a good 10-minute interview for 50, where you can ask me as many questions as you want. That's going to take your viewers way up, or we can do an interview and a repost on my page where I cut up parts of the interview and post it on my page. Also with the tag post for 100. That's going to mostly likely take you viral. But either way, it will be a great investment for you. Cash App ready? So I just said, question, were you the first to find Naziyah Harris's clothes before the police, and was Vari with you? People are saying you staged the shoes and the pink jumpsuit. Did you? Then he sends his Cash App and said, great questions. I would love to answer for you. That was all June 15th. When I went in there this morning, I see that he messaged me June 26th. With his album cover, I guess, because he a rapper, and he said, wait a minute. No, we barely talk, been busy. No, we barely talk, been a busy ass year, but hope is still all love. Repost this for me. Boy, if you don't go on some damn where, I don't know who the hell you think I am, or what rock I crawled up under, or what food I may be, but you got me all the way stuck. Completely. It's ridiculous. So needless to say, I never reached back and don't plan on it. Charging a fee makes him suspect. I wouldn't believe too much of what he says. Exactly. It's pointless to even have a conversation with you, dude, at this point. I can't believe nothing that come out your mouth. Not with this shady activity you got going on. What was crazy? He asked for money. Exactly. Do I look like an ATM? Boy, bye. I ain't never thought about paying for nobody to talk to me. I mean, maybe them days will come, but slow down, Tito. We don't pay to talk to folks around here. We don't even reach out to people normally. But I was like, you know what? Let me see if he, because I was just shocked when I found this information. I didn't even know it existed. He thought he found one. He is crazy. Tracy, my bad. I like to spell people's name correctly. 100 for 10-minute interview. Yeah, and then, let's post it on my page too to help me. I don't need your help. I don't want your help. All I wanted was to ask a few questions about this so-called evidence. And we already know how it all became evidence. Vari friend is a clout chaser. Absolutely. He lost his mind. Yeah. Okay. And thank y'all for the 19 votes. So it says, do you believe that Jarvis will be found guilty of unaliving Naziyah? 37% says yes, 37% says no, and 26% says I'm nervous. I'm on the I'm nervous part. As far I know that he'll get charged for things, but I don't know. I feel like he gonna get life with everything that he got without Naziyah, with all of this stuff. But we want him to pay for her too. They gonna build a case around it, and that's why they welcoming new people to come in. Some friend, exactly, Charlene. There's no way that, and then the way that he was presenting the evidence, he didn't care. How you doing, Point? Welcome in. But yeah, to the point. Okay. I like to get to the point too. I really do. All right. So what else did I have? Oh, I wanted to go over some other stuff that I was looking at. Let me move this. I was trying to get their names. One is Garcia and Riva or something. But where the heck is my screenshots at before I go on to the next thing? Let's see. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to look at as far as the school. Hold on. So I was looking at, because we don't know where her book bag and stuff is at. I mean, unless she went home, which we suspect, but it wasn't said. What is this? Okay, I think that's the school stuff. So what I'm reading right now is where it says locker and book bag. Let's see what their rules are for that. So it says middle school students must provide locks for their lockers. The school cannot be responsible for items stored in lockers. Book bags must be left in lockers. Okay, so students are to take everything needed in the morning during the homeroom bell before going to class. Students may visit the lockers at lunchtime in order to retrieve needed stuff. Okay, so let me just read it all. Okay. During needed for the morning during homeroom bell time before going to class. Book bags must be left in a locker. Students are to take everything from the morning during the homeroom bell time before going to class. Students may visit the lockers at lunchtime in order to retrieve needed items for lunch and afternoon session. Our goal is to maximize instructional learning time. Please note that students will not be permitted to exit the class once entered. Really? Please ensure that your learner understands that he or she is expected to retrieve all needed items from the locker the first time. Please do not allow children to bring the large book bags on wheels. They do not fit in the lockers and cannot be left outside the classroom door. We must keep hallways clear for emergency exits. I could have sworn I heard the teacher say that they have breakfast set up in the hallway. Students may wear sweaters, cardigans, blazers, style jackets inside the classroom. No hoodies, which is what Naziyah had on. Young ladies beginning in the 3rd grade may carry a small over-the-shoulder purse. So they don't follow their own rules. Because she definitely had a hoodie on in class. So I just wanted to see that. Now what's up here? So that's what she had on in class. Oh, I gotta move this. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up, and thank you to everybody that did. We got 23 thumbs up. Oh, and I seen this picture. I ran across this as a kindergarten picture of her. So I also wanted to look at the bus rules. Let me go back to that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get to it. The one that's not moving. And then I also noticed that they do have other resources, which I didn't put in here, but they have resources for being bullied or discriminated against, homeless, in foster care, or no place to sleep. And I was curious to know about their dress code, which they said it wasn't a dress code. I thought I read somewhere, but it says here the dress code, yeah, it says uniforms are not required. However, all students must adhere to the district code. So for girls, the uniform, yes, the typical red, white blouse, blouse or polo, tan khaki skirt, jumper. This is a uniform. What are they talking about? If you got to wear a certain color, certain things, but so yeah, that was kind of confusing. So they're allowed to wear, I'm just gonna go over the girls. The top, red or white blouse / polo. Bottoms, tan / khaki skirt, jumper or pants. Tights, socks, solid white, red, tan, or black. They can wear loafers, gym shoes, or uniform shoes. No flip flops, open sandals. Okay. Skirt, jumper must. Okay. Can't wear jeans. No jeans at all. No trousers worn below the waist for the young scholars' belts. Yeah, so they wear uniform. That's a uniform. And then there was some rules I wanted to look at for the bus. So it says policies and procedures on the entrance policy. It says all visitors must enter the Bremen main entrance door. The back entrance is for staff only. And the back entrance is by the playground where they said Jarvis put up on that Chatworth Street trying to pick her up. And he's even messaged her to try to pick her up from school before. And she was saying that she was about to go to lunch or something. This dude was just disgusting. So anyway, that's why I wanted to look at that to see. It says all visitors must enter through Bremen, the main entrance door. The back entrance is for staff only. Students are to report to school by 7:30 a.m. entering through the metal detector. They got that metal detectors here. Okay, afterwards, they are to pick up their breakfast and line up in their homeroom class until their teacher arrives at 7:30. So I heard the lady say that they pick it up in the hallway. Or no, she said she comes to her room and then they talk in the hallway every morning. Something like that. I do believe that's what she said. Okay, so afterwards students are to report to school by 7:30, entering through the metal detectors. Afterwards, they are to pick up the breakfast and line up at their homeroom class until the teacher arrives at 7:30. Well, the teacher should be there at 7:30, same time as them. All cellular devices must be locked up inside a school-provided security pouch or turned in upon arrival. Devices are not to be on vibrate mode. If the student needs to use the phone, There is a telephone located in each classroom as well as the main office. So if they are that strict with the phones, why would Naziyah ever get on her laptop and text Shannon if they really not supposed to be doing that on those school devices? But we do know that Shannon did say that on Mark D. I don't think she mentioned that during her testimony, but I haven't gone back to listen for that since I thought about that. Because she said Naziyah texted her to ask her what was she doing. Now that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of activity going on for Naziyah. Now we got to remember, she's laying on the floor. She's not herself. She need to talk to the counselor, but yet she's waving, smiling, and texting Shannon with a good matter of fact, that's what Shannon said. She was all happy and cheery, very, very chipper that morning, basically. She was all happy when she left. She even called me, or she even texted me. Hey TT, what you doing? What Nana doing? Minding, both times. What a rude broad. They didn't enforce the phone rules. Well, they are breaking their own rules. Because so why do you say that, Bella, Enos and Bella? They probably didn't though, and the kids was probably good at hiding them, but I mean they know to look for it too. All cellular devices must be locked up inside the school provided security pouch or turned in upon arrival. And then the exit procedure, it says parents are to wait outside the assigned dismissal door at the time. Okay, parents are to report to the main office for a release slip in order to remove a student if they leave early. Okay, early dismissal are strongly discouraged except for in case of extreme emergency as they interfere with classroom instructions. Please see the new district attendance policy. All early pickups must be signed out by the security officer. Who is the security officer? You know, the one that the teacher claimed she told to go tell the counselor. Like, that just sounds so weird. You went through the security guard instead of giving her a slip to go down or calling a counselor up or whatever. How many security guards they got there? Because, we know that Marquita allegedly had a baby by the security guard at her school. So, who is these people? And then it says early pickup procedure, last point pickup must be at 2. Hold on. Extreme emergencies must see an administrator. And that lady is the administrator. Help us to maximize student instructional time. All parent conferences with teachers must be scheduled. If parents need to see teachers immediately, they must sign in first. Okay. Hold on. Okay, here we are with the bus. The school and bus rules. Student must respect teacher and all adults in the building. We are here to support you. Be punctual. Come to school prepared with supplies assigned. Respect school property and okay. That's a given. Okay. Respect the rights of others and avoid verbal. Okay. Obtain oral written permission to leave. Okay. Coats, jackets, and hats are to be placed in the student's assigned locker before homeroom and taken out, directed by the teacher. Yep. And so they didn't follow that because she had a jacket on. 7. Students are only permitted at lockers during hall passing. Radios, recorders, and games are not permitted. That's school rules. Students must have a hall pass when they are in the hallway. Okay, bus. Students who come to school on the bus should return home on the bus. Exactly, and that's what I was saying, because me and Dre was talking, and he was saying that Annette, he was like, I guess, she ain't feel like taking her that day or something, and they sometime they ride a bus and sometime they don't. And that was one of my things, like, either you a bus rider or you get picked up. They usually don't let you do both, like, I mean, consistently. And because it's a big hassle, like, they need to know if you on the bus, if you a rider or if you a walker or whatever. Okay, so students who come to school on the bus should return home on the bus unless they have a written note from a parent guardian stating that the parent will pick them up from school on the designated date or time. And why did Naziyah ride to school? Why did she ride the bus? They was just getting back to school. Why does she need to ride the bus if she hadn't been riding the bus prior to that vacation? It's just looking even more shady now. It all been shady, but I'm just saying. And then it says, improper conduct is not acceptable on the bus. Only scheduled students are allowed to ride the bus. Yeah. Students are to go directly to their assigned bus at dismissal. Transportation will be denied for students who repeatedly exhibit disruptive behavior at the school. Parents will be notified at the school bus. And then attendance policy. Student school day is from 7:30 a.m. until 2:40. We did hear Annette say 2:40, the bell ring or whatever. Monday through Friday. On teacher conference day, dismissal is 12:40. Okay. Parents who be upset if their kids couldn't have access to their phones. Oh, that's what happened. Parents would be, yeah. What happened before we had phones, though? I mean, I get like parents want to make sure their kid got to school, but anything else you should call. Yeah, that's a disruption, but okay. They said she had on jeans that morning. Yep, she did have on jeans. And then I looked at a different picture. It looked like the sweater could be blue. But it's hard to tell with the colors of things because you don't know if somebody messed with it or not. How you doing, Teresa? Welcome in. Shout out to James Money. So why she had on jeans and a blue shirt? Now they had originally said, what's her name? Annette said she had on a little jean outfit, but we clearly see this turtleneck on her right here. Let me see. So this is Kim Worthy. I'm gonna go to next. Let's see. Y'all, please smack that thumbs up if you haven't got a chance to. So we got I don't know how many votes, but we have 48%. Do you believe Jarvis will be found guilty of unaliving her? See, the reason why I'm nervous because they said first degree and premeditated. That's a lot to try to prove with a shaky case, especially with this evidence we looking at. But I hope it all goes well. Of course, we want him to. We definitely want him to do time for her. But I also want them to come show us more about her being unalive. Like, what's the proof? You know, they said she had on jeans that morning. Yep, and I just read that. And where the heck? That's what I was looking for. The other picture I thought I put in here, but I probably didn't. This is the document that I ran across. So let me go to that. Dang, I didn't even realize. I don't think hold on, let me move this because I didn't mark a dang on thing off on there. But this is coming from Kim Worthy's office. Kim Worthy is the prosecuting attorney at the county of Wayne. Okay, and so this is a press release from July 1st, 2025, and it says Jarvis Butts charged in the 2013 Allen Park SA. Prosecutor Kim Worthy has charged Jarvis Butts, 42, of Detroit in connection with the SA of a then 12-year-old girl of New Boston, who is now 24. In the spring of 2013, at a residence in the 6700 block of Laramie Avenue in Allen Park. It is alleged that the defendant Butts essayed the 12-year-old victim. More complete facts and evidence will be placed on the record in court at the preliminary examination. Yep, so they canceled the preliminary case conference for Naziyah and had a preliminary hearing for this. Or arraignment is what I thought I heard seen something else. But Jarvis Ramon Butts has been charged with first degree criminal essay with a child under the age of 13. And he was arraigned on June 30th. Okay, yep. So he was arraigned. It was a preliminary, and then he was arraigned. No, he was arraigned, and the preliminary hearing is on the 8th. I mean, August 1st. I do believe that is what's going on. And it was a little confusing at first. I'm like, wait a minute, why would they move the trial anywhere? That's what I had heard, but they didn't. The trial was still October 6th, from my understanding. The preliminary hearing for the new charges is on August 1st. He ain't going nowhere fast, period. And so it says he was arraigned on June 30th, 2025 and given a $500K bond. The probable cause conference is scheduled for July 7th at 9. And that didn't happen from my understanding. But okay, so those are the charges. And then let me go. Okay, so this was the flyer that they had with her head tightly tilted. And you see what they said that she had on. Naziyah she went missing on Tuesday. So they went back to school that Monday before, which was the 8th. The second day back to school from the freaking break, she goes missing. Sometime after 2:50 from Detroit's east side. She was last seen exiting a bus in the area of Cornwall and 3 Mile. She was wearing a light blue jean shirt. That's where they wrong at. It wasn't a jean shirt for sure. Light blue jean pants, pink and white rug rat's coat with fur around the collar, and blue and white gym shoes, claiming that she was 13, 5'2", and 130 pounds. And then this one was the other one that they released, and this is actually what she had on in school. And do you see a jean shirt? No. So, and then the description is the same on that. But it was, I ran across like 4 or 5 different flyers, and all of them didn't have her information on there. Oh, this is the one that looked distorted that I didn't put in here, I don't think. So then I ran across. Okay, so we'll go to King right quick. So we know that he's supposed to be out. I'm gonna go to. So Roxy made a post. Let me see. Did I even put that in here? Nope, I think I did not. Oh, there it is. Bam. Okay, that's just part of it though. So let me go to it. So before I go there, I'm looking at this. She said, when I tell you, if this man has ever violated you in any way, your voice will be heard. It is not too late. You deserve your justice. Exactly. They need to call JoJo back. Well, that's right. I think we rolling now. You deserve your justice and healing from this monstrous of a human being. Never be afraid to speak your truth. This is your proof. Let me see right quick. She said when the actual trial date is set by the judge, I will post it. Somebody said, Roxy, did you see the content creator did last night? Basically, it has been insinuated that Naziyah was moved 3 times after unalive and then dissolved by some type of chemical, and that it is actually Shannon, Marquita, and Annette that unalived her, our baby. And then Roxy said, no, I have not. And I really don't want to think about her in that manner. Thanks. Bones can't be dissolved. Hold on. I'm just looking to see what else they saying here. Okay, so the post that I came for is this one right here. And let me see what y'all saying right quick. Let me go. I agree with that post about him and King speaking in code. Oh, okay. Welcome in, Alma. Y'all, please smack that thumbs up. Thank you so much, Alma. Yes, and support the channel by becoming a member. Get your special members emojis and all that good stuff. Stand out in the chat. And most of all, you supporting the great content. I feel like Kim knows Jarvis from something he did to somebody she knows personally. Oh, that's something too. Like, I want to go to that because it was people saying they was calling her all kind of names and all kind of stuff. They was mad about something that some case asking her to look at. And if I think about it before I end, I'm gonna go and look at it. But so Roxy posted this. She said, "This is just how I feel right now. I can't help but to think that Jarvis and Cordell were talking in code when he told him to look for the phone. I believe he knew that phone wasn't there because he probably already told Tasha to get it out. I'm beginning to believe it was something of Naziyah's, or it was Naziyah that he told him to get rid of. He was too quick to help him get the supposedly phone out the truck. I believe Jarvis was telling Cordell to get Naziyah's phone out of the truck." Interesting. I hadn't read this at all. Yeah. That is interesting because one of the things that I said was, how did he miss it? How did he miss it? When the detectives went right to it, it was right where he said it would be at, allegedly. Very interesting. Thank you, Bullets Gotti. I appreciate that. Shout out to you for the love. Man, you rock. Shout out to you. Let's go. Shout out to you. Let's go. Thank you, Gotti. We appreciate it. That's very interesting. I knew that part was odd, but I didn't think of nothing else that he could have been doing. So he has known Jarvis since 2018, and they sound like they go way back. They definitely do. They definitely sound like more than business partners. They definitely friends. They ain't just business partners. They talk about everything. They was asking dude that in Cordell that in trial, he's like, yeah, that happens. That happens. Yeah, a lot of stuff happens. And so she said they go way back. He has been working with Jarvis for years. Anyone can pick up on someone's mannerism after being around them for years. Yep. Were their kids at all the other places y'all work at? Were their kids at the other places where y'all worked at too? Nothing he did made you raise your eyebrow. Got a point there. That's what I said. Like, how could he not know? How could he not know? Like, if Jarvis was supposed to be helping him fix on cars, that's why I wondered if Jarvis really can fix cars or not, or if he just can do the oil and white rims down or whatever he was doing at that white car on Warren and Neff. Looked like he was washing a car or something. Because if he is supposed to be working on cars, he be everywhere else doing everything else. If you got the kids there, we know you ain't. Are you waiting to? Nah, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. He has to disappear at some point when he got the kids there with him, because we know they ain't working. But King even mentioned, he said he was in the car with her. He would be in the car with Naziyah sometime. I think he was in a car with her for a minute or something, he said during this testimony. Okay, and then she said he kept asking Jarvis OTP. What do the OTP mean? He kept asking Jarvis OTP if he needed anything over and over again. Oh, well, yeah, when he called, he was asking, was he good and all this stuff. You need anything? And Jarvis was, and he apologized for not sending him money already or something. He's like, I'm gonna send you some money as soon as I see baby or something. But so she said he kept asking Jarvis if he needed anything over and over. Cordell knew exactly who Naziyah was. Cordell knew Jarvis's background. Yeah, how couldn't he? They had a whole argument over Jarvis trying to talk to one of Cordell's family members. No, I didn't hear that. I don't know where that one came from. I know that they had an argument about when Cordell was in jail and it was a guy at the shop. They got into it about Jarvis' daughter. And Cordell said he heard about it, but he was locked up at that time. Why were you mad? Why are you begging for protection if you didn't do anything? Who's begging for protection? He pretended not to see Jarvis in court. That stood out like a sore thumb. It really did, because you had Annette do it, and then you turn on and have him do it. The sister, she said she couldn't basically tell because of the top. She couldn't tell. She could only see the top of his head. They put his mask down. She was good. But them two, the ones that definitely should have known him, because I believe Annette been knowing Jarvis too for a long time. I really do. Like childhood, maybe. Oh, over the phone. Okay, thank you, baby girl. I appreciate that. Oh, on the phone, Top Flight said. He claimed the baby mama was raided before he could get the phone. I remember him saying something about her house being raided. I do remember them. I think they did say that. I think I did hear Shannon say that they searched the Wilshire residence that she lived at. I hit the button on the way in, driving and listening. Thank you so much for smacking that great thumbs up. I appreciate it. So the most of y'all think is yes. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Do you believe Jarvis will be found guilty of unaliving Naziyah? 48% is yes, 26% no, and I'm nervous at 26%. I'm going to end that. Thank y'all to everybody that voted. So yeah, she said he pretended to not see Jarvis in court. He turned a blind eye to what Jarvis was doing to these young girls at their shop. And who knows what else. I guess their boy-to-boy MO is Jarvis takes their innocence and he beats them, pregnant and all. Man. So he get him pregnant, Jarvis get him pregnant, and he beat it out of him. Is basically what she's saying. So this past weekend was supposed to be about spending time with family and making new memories while enjoying the fireworks. All I could think about was the past weekend was Cordell is out of jail, roaming free, and spending time with his family, making memories, and my family memories is in pieces. That is what she said. But she definitely made some good points there. Things to make you go, Somebody said Cordell probably liked little girls too. Ain't no way he wasn't doing it too. Roxy said, maybe so, maybe not, but he damn sure liked to beat him, she said. Right, see, yeah, with that proof, we got proof of that, that he liked to do it. I don't know how he wouldn't know, but it is kids is a total disruption at a shop, and is really no place for them, especially little girls. And then you got Marquita talking about damn near cussed them out when they said that she ever been at the shop. I ain't no man. Oh, your daughter is though? Naziyah is? Like, she told it all when she said that. She really did. She really did when she let that fly about her pie hole. Welcome in, Lewis Fuller. I appreciate you. I do think no one saw Jarvis with a haircut before. Yes, I believe that. I mean, to me, that was valid because he will wear this messy ponytail most of the time. And the guy that said he had been getting his oil changed for the last 4 years, he was like, he looked like a Mexican or something in court. I ain't never seen him, look like that. So he didn't recognize him either. So yeah, that's a valid point. It's been very tough in Texas. Make State has gone through hell. We are praying for Texas. It is so much going on there. I seen that. Last time I looked, there was 106 still missing. Man. At that campground. Okay, so let me move this one out the way. Let's go to Naziyah's father. So I ran across, there was a guy that he was doing some type of memory, a cookout or something in memory of him or something like that. But I also want to go to, do I have it in here? This right here. That's actually where I'm going. What the? Oh. Okay, so she had posted on behalf of the late oh shoot, that says something different. So that one says July 25th, 2024. And the one that I'm reading says August 5th, 2024. And it's also coming directly from her page. But it says here, on behalf of my late, hold on. Okay. On behalf of the late Mervyn Jennings, whom has been a friend of mine for over 35 years, I'm asking that the community continues to place their attention on a missing Naziyah Harris. Mervyn literally died of a broken heart in search of his daughter, who disappeared 209 days ago, 6 months and 3 weeks. Naziyah is still seriously missing. A student at J.E. Clark Preparatory Academy on the Detroit's east side has been missing since Tuesday, January 9th, 2024, sometime after 2:50. She was last seen getting out the bus at Cornwall Street and 3 Mile near Warren and Otter Drive. Right where that's something. I mean, she put that right there. Literally, that was the where the car came from. I feel like it's something with that, y'all. It's definitely something with that. She was wearing a light blue and she went through that whole thing. Okay. These blurry pictures. You know, that's another thing that's weird. Like, they were using all these old pictures in the beginning, right? And then we find out they got all of these other pictures that we could have had, showing the ones that don't even look like her.
Please contact the police department. She's been missing for a very long time. Naziyah is a very sweet child. This is not of her character. We've been looking for her. We've been passing out flyers. We've been calling people. We've been knocking on doors. I want my baby home. And I'm asking in the name of Jesus, and I stand on my faith that he's going to bring her home. But if we all can come together and help find her, I'm telling you, we can make a difference. She's been missing. She's been gone too long. I can't sleep. I can't eat. Just bring her home, please. That's all I.
She ain't start crying till she mentioned not eating, but she don't look like she missed a damn meal. So get out of here with the fake crying. We ain't buying it. Okay, let me see something. All right, so let's see. Somebody under the post. Now this is actually a different post, but so that one is saying that he was called home. But this one was posted after that. But anyway, maybe she changed the title of it. I don't know. But it says, "Old boy who used to pull up in a black truck." And she said, "Yes, unbelievable." But I remember when she first said that she knew him, she said that they were kids and she hadn't seen him since they was kids. But here she said they've been friends 35 years. I mean, I'm guessing she just counting from the time that they knew each other, not meaning that they was around each other all this time. But that's a little confusing. This is so sad. He went to his grave with no peace concerning his daughter. Where's the news coverage? This is so sad. I had no idea that was his baby. Yes, this one went home. It hit home, Tamara said. She said, "I saw your interview, and when you said that the bad people are trying to help find her. The bad people are trying to help find her. Deep. My condolences to the poor man leaving the world without this case being solved." Somebody said, "Don't trust Detroit." Yeah, that is not the one we were looking at before. What is this? And you know, it's so sad. It was a 4-year-old that was at a park out there. I mean, in Detroit, and I see that she was at a vigil last night about that. So sad. People just ignorant. Yeah, that's weird. So that the one that I want, I don't know. Does she? No. Hold on, y'all. Yep, the one that I really wanted, it had a lot of comments, and it was giving some information about like him and his wife and stuff like that, and it's gone. She I don't know if she privated it or what happened, because it was at the top of this page. Let me try something else. No, we ain't trying to do that. So there was a guy, August 31st, 2024. He said, in honor of fallen Greenview brothers, Sean Lawson and Michael Johnson, Merv Jennings, I will be doing a small cookout celebration Saturday, August 31st, 2024. And it says all the Greenville and West 7 Mile Road family are welcome to stop by and get a bite to eat and reminisce a little and share memories of our fallen brothers gone too soon, starting from forward. Okay. On some street. And he didn't get no comments on that. Dang, one person said something. That would be nice. Hate to miss it. Or hate I missed it. Dang. It don't sound like Merv was too popular. At least not in that area.
In 4 months since 13-year-old Naziyah Harris stepped off her
that was when it was
school bus and disappeared.
Now her family is still waiting for answers and renewing their pleas for someone to come forward with information.
Naziyah was last seen back on January 9th at the intersection of Cornwall and 3 Mile Drive.
Now, the primary suspect in her disappearance is a registered sex offender currently being held in the Wayne County Jail.
Well, 7 News Detroit reporter Ryan Marshall is live at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice in downtown Detroit, where the family will gather for a vigil later this morning. Ryan?
Well, guys, the family of that missing Detroit teen still seeking justice in...
So it was a vigil.
This case, that includes Naziyah's biological father, who exclusively spoke with 7 News Detroit. He is fighting for his own life, but is holding on to find his little girl.
I know the family hopes and prays that
we didn't watch
still
this plenty of times.
alive. But if you get that phone call,
that's why I'm getting back in the ministry.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. Yes, please smack those reactions, y'all. Let YouTube know that we are here. What time is it? Okay, it's 1:18. Did they use a date on which one? A date. I'd like to know, where is Lady? I can't believe she's never spoken up for her child. She said something before. I got a video of her talking, but she basically was saying that she ain't gotta talk, And according to, what did they say? Somebody said they hadn't seen her or talked to him or anything since all of this stuff happened. It's like they in hiding or something, but I don't know what the status is now. But did they use a date where, Alma? I probably got it somewhere. I know Lady was like, I don't have to go on every podcast and say this and that. And profit off her, like everybody else wants to, or something to that effect, she said. Oh, hold on. It was something else I wanted to look at. Oh, that's right. Kim Worthy. Let's go there. That's annoying, though, that thing is gone. Ain't nothing left but screenshots. She had to have removed it because it was there. Or it just got switched. I think I found it. Hold on. So weird. Go back. Okay, so now I got it. It's this one that's up there. It says, God called Mervyn Jennings home, my dear friend, home last night. I've been praying for the best, hoping for the best. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And while this wasn't the ending I expected, I understand that God knew best. Please keep his family and friends in your prayers. Okay. And then somebody said, Mervyn was a good friend and brother and uncle to my son. Rest in heaven. Somebody said he knew more than he said. He knew exactly what happened to her and why. Somebody said, why you say that? And she didn't answer. My boy, this is definitely, this one hit hard. Okay. And then Tamara, she agrees. Yes. Someone says, love you, sis. I love you too. That's somebody in his family. Because they got his last name. I'm assuming. Let me go be nosy right quick. Okay. People giving condolences, heart goes out. Somebody said, I know, Tamara, you walked those streets with him and his wife looking for Naziyah. He was determined to find his daughter. I think he deserves a Spirit of Detroit award as well as a proclamation. May his soul, R.I.P., love you, sister, and tell his wife we're here for her. Lots of condolences, but I was looking for that one where she mentioned something about his wife. Dang, did I? Maybe it's up here somewhere. Now let's do this. Hold on, y'all. We wasting time right now. What time is shoot? 1:24. Hold on. Let me see. I think Mervyn did talk to Annette and knew more than he let off. I do too. Because he, at first, like, as he got mad, he started telling more. Like, I used to fix stuff at the house. That woman was squatting, and I used to be over there all the time and all this stuff. And it's like, what? How? Like, I mean, how did he go from just somebody, her daughter screwed while working on a house, to him knowing her that well? And then why did it take Annette to 2016 to get Naziyah? Oh, that's what I was looking for. Because somebody has said in here that I think it was Tamara. I don't know if she deleted that. Maybe she did because I talked about that. I don't see that comment no more, but she was saying that she didn't. She was saying that he didn't even know about Naziyah until she was 5 years old. And I was like, I ain't never heard that. I mean, he didn't say that when he called and stuff. Maybe I'm overlooking it. But it's only 100 comments. I think I might have screenshot it. I just don't know. I don't feel like looking at all that. I came here for specific reasons, but I ain't mean to take this long either. But yeah, I'm not. It might have got deleted, but I think I got a screenshot. Because I was like, wait, what? He ain't say that. Because if he would have said that, that would have made him look better. Like, because people was dogging him. Like, dude, why wasn't you around for 5 to 8 years when he finally admitted to that? And I do believe that he was trying to make things right. You know, this man was about to pass away. He was given like 7 days to live, and he ended up living for months. I think he said 7 days. Oh, Top Flight said, I wonder how she knew him. She said she knew him since they were kids. So, and then when she said that, it sounded like she hadn't seen him since they were kids too. She might have even said that. So they, you know, she just somebody that she knew from being a kid, and then, you know, she didn't know him as an adult from what I'm understanding, like when I heard her say it. Like I knew him as a kid. We were kids when I knew him. But when you get older, it ain't no telling what a kid is to her. Because when you say kids, I'm thinking elementary school, and she could be thinking 20s. I don't know. I don't know. But she literally says she's been knowing him for 35 years. If I went to elementary school with somebody and I ain't seen them since elementary, I wouldn't say that I've known them all these years. I would just be like, oh, I remember him from school. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be like, yeah, I've been knowing him for 35 years, because you don't know a person. But I don't know. I really don't know. Lady was 15. Wait, lady was 15. Her was grown. Annette allowed him to be with lady. Mervin belonged to the church. So lady, why they agreed to her get Naziyah another cover up. He could tell his wife also had a kid. I ain't sure, Kippy. It's all shady. Like, because I literally was talking about the connection with the church because he was praising that bishop, but then I did find out it wasn't the same bishop. But before that, I was like, man, do they go to the same church? I still don't believe in coincidence. I mean, all of these bishops, I mean, it's Detroit. Don't you think that all the bishops and, you know, in certain churches, they affiliate with each other? They know everybody. Don't they have bishop conventions or something where they all pretty much kind of know each other, know of each other? I would think so. But I don't know. But I would think so. Just curious, did they go do a GoFundMe for Merv? I don't think so, because I think they wanted to keep a low profile. Like his wife, I ain't seen her speak out or anything like that. I did see a sister of his on one of the news interviews. But shoot, just like now, I'm not seeing a page for Merv or a post for him. And I actually ran into some paperwork that I'm talking about some criminal paperwork that had a Merv Jennings from Detroit, but I have no way of knowing if it was him. But if it was him, boy, it was from back in 2001. As a matter of fact, because dang, it popped up that quick. I have no way. I don't know anything. Let me see. I don't even think I should read this because I don't know if it's him. So, but I was like, well, dang. Now this person probably still in jail. Hold on, y'all. So let me go to the top. This paperwork, it says people of the state of Michigan versus Mervyn Jennings, but it has no date of birth on it. It has nothing to let me know. I don't even know his date of birth anyway, but it's from November 9th, 2001. Let's see. And the last part of it, let me see, because it's like it's 5 pages, but the last part it says here the evidence indicates that the defendant fired a single shot into the car where 2 officers were sitting. The fact that the defendant did not strike either man, but only came close to hitting them, does not negate the intent to cause great bodily harm. Moreover, as Lovett makes clear, a single criminal act can result in multiple convictions for assault where there is more than one victim, as occurred in the case. Thus, this was sufficient evidence to convict defendant on both counts of assault. That was all the way, and I don't know who it is, but that was all the way in 2001. And it's a lot more to that, but I don't know if it's him. Let me see what this says. So one of the things I was looking at with those new charges being, I saw 2013 and 2015. It's like right before he ended. I don't have that one document still in here, I don't think. But it's like right before he ends a one that he's doing, he get one in the middle before. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what was it? August 2012 to 2014, he started messing with the new people that's he being charged for in 2013. So I just said between 2012 and 2014, he threw in a 2013 and then a 2015. So now we have 2013, 2014, 2015. He's just I'm talking about he took off running from the time he got out of prison. Mind you, the 2 charges that he just got happened when he was fresh out of prison. Not only did it happen while he was fresh out of prison, but it happened while he was still on probation. It would have had to happen when he was in the halfway house, right? Because if you look at his charges, it says that he did not get out until 2014. I'm glad I just thought about that, because I thought about that after I got off of live. When you look up his record, that's why we was confused. Because somebody had sent me something a long time ago. They was like, how did he have a child if that child was born in 2013 and he didn't get out until 2014? So that means this bastard was still in the halfway house, right? Is that what we looking at? Let me know. Is that what we looking at? Because that's what I see. And I don't have his record here, but y'all done seen it enough. Y'all know this dude is sick. This lets you know that he should never see the light of day, because he spent all that time from, what was it, 2004. He got locked up in 2004. And he got completely released by 2014, but really before that, because Shannon got pregnant, daughter was born. Then 6 months, when she was 6 months, this bastard get pulled over by the cops with a baby, with his record, and they didn't send him right back to jail. Somebody working for him, y'all. Period. They working for him and with him is what it looked like to me. Because how? That's really sick. He was in the halfway house, but you know they are able to be out until, is it 8-9 p.m.? I didn't know what their curfew was. But that's disgusting, right? This dude was still in the halfway house when he started with these new people, new children. All while just meeting Shannon. That's, and I still want to know, how did they meet? If he was already locked up for 10 years. Shannon claimed she say she met him at 19 or had a baby at 19? Because if she was 19 with a baby, that means you had to be messing with him before that, which would put you about 16. So what, that makes Shannon 6 or something when he went in? 9? She was like 9 years old when he went in prison. So how did she meet Jarvis before? You see what I'm saying? How did she meet him before prison if she was that young? Somebody had to turn her on to this man. Was he on a dating site fresh out of prison, since we know they meet men? I'm still stuck there. How did she meet this bastard? I think Annette knew him from his mama, but I could be wrong. They also said the house across from Annette was a halfway house. I don't know if you could have a halfway house in a residential area. I really don't know the rules of that, but maybe. Have you heard of it before? Having a halfway house like that? It's funny you said that, because right before I came live, I was looking at this guy's post. He had posted that house. You know, when you go on Google Maps, it is a picture that you can see of a bunch of kids being sprayed with the water hose. And this guy posted that picture, and somebody was in the comments saying that is not their house. They was like, that's my mom standing right there. That is not them. She said they live across the street. She said, and the dude posted, he said, "We own your ass, Shannon," and tagged her. Actually, he put her whole tag, "You can't hide," well back. He didn't call they mama a well back. Oh my God. And then, like, let me go to that. Oh, that's what I typed in. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm glad I ran into this. Look, so this person had posted March 10th. And with this post, they posted, and I'm gonna go back to that guy, but they posted the picture of Jarvis's baby mamas, right? We got Shannon, Tatiana, Latricia, Lucretia, Angelita, Tamia, Eulala, what, and Rolanda. Okay. So somebody said, wow, my blood brother ex-girlfriend from back in the day of 10 years is Jarvis's baby mama. So my brother ex-girlfriend of 10 years from back in the day is Jarvis's baby mama. And to make matters worse, I saw him a few times years ago after she had her son, shaking my head. Me and my brother girl was close back in the day. Me and my brother girl was close back in the day. As the years went by, I used to watch that little boy because the mom used to beat on him and his siblings daily. She even showed her kids porn at the age of 4. I'm so glad that B got her kids taken years ago. Thanks to me. I don't care. I know her personally. And she effed up in the head. Her mom did this to her. So of course she thought it was cool. Her own kids went through the same stuff I had to speak up about years ago. I'll never forget how her kids was being fumbled with other people. And to find out just now, Jarvis is her baby daddy. Man, I'm not surprised. I'm effing her up if I ever see her again. It's been years and I saw her. It's been years since I saw her. Exactly why I don't trust nobody around my kids. Never will. Now, my mind went to the older baby mama, but that ain't what I don't know which baby mama she talking about because she didn't say. I mean, why wouldn't you say which one you talking about? But if I had to guess, it would be the older one because that's what happened. She literally got her kids taken away because she was jumping on her kids and acting their age and all that paperwork that I read. So I think it's her, but I'm not for sure. I would have been sure if she would have put the name. Okay, now let's go to the possible halfway house. I don't know. Oh shoot. Shout out to Leisure Lady. How you doing? What the heck just happened? Good morning, good afternoon. How you doing today? Happy hump day. Oh, let's see what this say. Okay, so this says Jarvis Butts, who has been charged in the unaliving and disappearance of Miss Naziyah. He's been essaying her for 4 years. Got her pregnant and unalived her. Know his face. He's been RAPing young girls and impregnating them for years. He supposedly has 22 kids and counting, which most are by young girls. Let's see what we get. I hope he goes under. And he has daughters. Shaking my head. He may have been doing it to his own kids. You better believe it. Most definitely, he was even sleeping with the baby mama twin. And they own mama. And they all knew it. Just effing sick. Wow, that was 40 weeks ago. Somebody put that. I've been following the story, but I didn't know all of them were effing. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't put nothing past him. He looks stupid on here. This one I ain't never seen, too. Hold on. We gotta nab this one. You see all them buckies right there. This one was taken, well, it was dropped in September. I don't know when he took the picture. Looking a hot damn mess. And then people were talking about his profile because he has a picture of his daughter there. So basically, he got a page that you can clearly see is a troll page. It's just a page to message people and be creepy. That's what I see. Oh, not that. I probably ain't even put it in here. Nope. So, hold on, yeah. He definitely, he looked like he might be sweet too, especially in this picture. He think he's so slick. You can tell he think he's slick. He's actually inside the shop on this picture. I'm gonna put it in here as soon as I can. But for right now, I still wanna find that post. Okay, so here's one. Everybody is like, I could have sworn I put this in here. Anyways, so this is a picture of Jarvis's page, and he has 3.4K friends and 41 mutual for the person that actually posted this, right? So the person that posted this is basically saying that they have all of these friends with him. And everybody in the comments is looking at theirs like, I got 41 friends too, or I got 50 friends with them and all this. So that's pretty much what this post has turned into. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up. It's 57 and 52 thumbs up. If y'all could, a couple more people hit the thumbs up for us, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so it says this was actually posted January 19th. And it says, I looked on Jarvis Butts' page, but out of curiosity, I'm not his friend, but on FB, but 41 of you are his friend. This post is for awareness purposes because because y'all love to tussle versus understanding. That person ain't never lied. People love arguing about nothing. Oh, that's something else. Hold on. Somebody said, we don't know what all our friends are doing behind closed doors. I actually don't even know all of my social media friends. And then somebody said, I didn't say you did, but when you find out, get rid of them. Somebody said, did you notice that it's all women with children that's his friends? Somebody else said, I have 48 mutual friends with him. I am not his bitch ass friend, but it's all women with children. I don't like that. And it's funny because this was posted January 19th, so he would have still been out. And he probably was trolling, looking at this, and went in private at his page. Because prior, you could see that people are literally talking about him in this post. They're literally screenshotting their screen. And so you could see some of his friends, which indicate that this page was open at first. And now you can't see nothing on his page except for the pictures that he screenshot. Somebody said all women, 145 mutual friends, all potential victims. If his slime ball ass ain't getting knocked. And then on top of it, he got a background picture of a cover photo of himself, old as heck. Then he got a picture of baby girl. His baby girl on his profile. You know, men try to use kids to lure women. And there's nothing on his page. But on this person's screenshot, you can see some of his friends. And you could see that they were not private at first. And it is women, the first few ones that I could see. But that's what they saying. It's all women with children. So he sit up there and scout out his women on social media. Going through their pictures, picking them, looking at the kids. That's what he was doing. Sick. I don't know what I said. Jarvis picked up all his baby mamas from the shop. Yep. And the one, all convenient. All convenient. I remember Tashiana saying she met him at the shop. I know Nay said she walking down Warren and met him. She coming from her auntie house. Everything he do is for convenience. And he know exactly what he looking for. If he scouting them out on social media, he could see them blank stares and then looking at them kids. He knew exactly what he was doing. Sick piece of crap. So here's proof his page was not private prior to this post because I'm looking at it. Somebody said all girls. He is so. Somebody said he's locked up, bro. This dude responsible for Naziyah, his trial was March 7th. So that was early on. Somebody said I watched the preliminary hearing. Shit is sad. He had me tripping. We got to do better. Facts, family. This case made my stomach hurt. I'm invested because why they do that baby like that? Somebody posted 73 on mine. Like literally everybody posting their stuff that was friends with him. So he had plenty of dang on friends he was tapping in with. Now you can't find nothing of this bastard. Not of him talking nowhere. Well, I did see one post of him talking. Somebody called him a RAPist and he told him to F them or something slick he said. Damn, sis, we got 30 mutual friends. Everybody like, I have 11 in common with this monster. And one is a man, but honestly, it's time for a purge because I don't know one of them in real life. This guy I've done business with. The guy I've done business with. He said, P, I have 6 mutual people. 2 of them are my niece. Text, they didn't reply yet. Ugh. What? Wow, I'm sorry, sis. Somebody said, man, that's how people was when they found out Jarvis was on their friends list. Like, man, check on your people. Oh wow, yeah, I seen him once in the hood 4 years ago and never seen him again. Dang, you remember that? Sure it wasn't 4 weeks ago. Did you hear anything for the 7th court date? No, I heard that it was rescheduled. I haven't heard anything that happened there. I think I read that it was rescheduled. He got something coming up August 1st. I think that's the hearing for I just read it, but I think it's for the new charges. Preliminary hearing for the new charges 8-1. I believe that's what I just read. Well, earlier. Hey Natalie, how you doing? Yep, that's how everybody was reacting. Like, man, this dude is on my friends list. This is scary. Let's see. That's disgusting. He got a kid with him right there. That's when his tongue look nasty. It really do. Okay, this the one I was talking about right here. I really need to put these pictures in so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm scared to click off. I lose it. But if y'all probably seen this picture. It's a picture. People already identified this as their house, but the person in this post is saying that's not their house. Their house is across the street. That's her standing outside. Somebody said, and then a girl said, "That's my mama." And let me see, because I think this might be the mother that came on and said something. Because they live across the street or where I used to live at or something. And then they even said they moved too, so they know something. Because we do know that they did move. I talked about that last time, that they have 3 addresses. Matter of fact, we went down the street looking at them. All the 3 houses on that block. And somebody said that's the wrong house. That's my old house. They stay across the street from you, is what they said. They stay across the street from you. So is he a neighbor, or is that a typo? And then the guy said her name and said, LOL, they own the block somewhere. That's all we need to know. We see Shannon big ass. That's where they used to stay. And then somebody said, Shannon ain't nowhere to be found in that picture. That's our mama. And the address ain't even right. After he done called her a big, wide quarterbacker and all. Oh my God. So, yeah, he said, let me read this. That's where they used to stay. And Shannon ain't nowhere in that picture. That's our mother, and the address ain't right. And then somebody said, right, they really got us effed up. Y'all need to find the right house, because that's not it. And I don't think it's funny at all. This some real shit. He said, right, MFers be on this BTC thinking they know everything. Oh, damn, they stay on this block too, though? That's the dude that posted it is saying that. Oh, damn, they stay on this block, though? After finding out he done posted the wrong house, he still didn't delete the post, though, because we still reading it. And then he said, the lady said, she said they stay across the street from this house. They did move, but we don't know. Ish, for real. But I don't get why he called out her name. He's like, shut your poor ass mouth. We ain't say that was the house. We said it was the block, dumb B. That's not what you said. That ain't what you said. But I just hope my niece ain't around that family. I don't give a F about nothing. Oh, she found the house. Oh my God, she on point with this. Hold on. Boy, I tell you. Then they said again, that's not the house. That's my old house. They stay across the street from us. How you gonna say that's not the house? That's my old house. Oh, they stayed across the street from us. Okay, so now I know that picture ain't their house. At least I know that. But I can't put it in here right now. Welcome in, Antoinette and OG. So this is the country, the county. A king. What you mean this is a count? This is, I'm not sure what you mean. I bet they kicked her out the house. I don't know, because I really don't know what happened with that house. Dre said that she was selling the house. And the house did get sold. It did get sold, but I gotta look closer into. I really ain't been looking into that kind of stuff, but I do know that Dre said that she was preparing the house to be sold, and that's why she wanted him to come over there and bomb the house, get the roaches up out of there, and repaint. They had roaches. He said that's why they moved, because of the roaches. That's right. He did say that. Somebody said, then you go have all them kids, more little girls for him to mess with. Yeah, that was the plan. And Jarvis already told us. Everybody already knew what it was with Shannon. They calling this lady big backs and all this stuff, and it ain't even it's somebody else's mama they talking about allegedly. Somebody said, wow, I have heard people are coming for his ex-fiance on social media. People aren't coming for these careless women. We just know what they allowed was wrong. And due to the fact we have a thing called social media, a lot of people would like to actually know where Naziyah is. Exactly. People definitely want to know where Naziyah is. This lady in Detroit actually approached Annette, and asked her.
Excuse me, ma'am. The people of the public wants to know where Naziyah is. Are y'all gonna tell us, or y'all gonna stop playing games? Huh? How you miss your baby? You don't miss your grandbaby? Huh? You don't care about your grandbaby? Hello? Here, take some cheese balls with your burger ass. Excuse me, ma'am. The people of the public wants to know where.
Somebody just said the lady above in the comments stated that's her mom in the picture and her mom's house. So don't you think this is a little dangerous and rude to still have a post up of wrong people could go there trying to damage things? He don't give a damn. He getting attention on this post. No, she said her old house, but Shannon and them stayed up the street. I'm sure if anyone was trying to do anything, they know what her big ass looked like. And then she said, I was just saying folks get sensitive over their parents, and you do have a young lady's mom in the picture and others thinking it's Shannon calling her out of her name. So out of respect, since this isn't even the correct house or people, why leave it up? Begin with that. But I get it. It's meta involved. So to each his own. Can't nobody even see her. We all thinking it's Shannon, fat ass. She didn't even have a response because who know if it was her mama. I don't know. Her ass, and she don't even stay there no more. So why even comment? We all trying to yeah, he got a point there though. But anyway, they was going back and forth with that one. And then the lady that commented that it was a house, she said that's not the house she was staying at. That's my old house. She stayed across the street from us. Now she have said that a bunch of times. She did say that. I'm confused on what you're saying to me. I stated this is the wrong person he posted and house, and that could cause wrong attention, wrong person. The mama ain't innocent either. She definitely ain't innocent. And then somebody said, huh, where am I talking about Lady and Annette? She was talking about the other people just be saying stuff. Wow. So somebody had posted this. Somebody had went down a sewer or something. I think I do remember seeing this, but I don't know where this was at and if this was ever found to be anything. I'm going to take a picture of this, but I ain't going to talk about this right now. Obviously, nothing come from this. But I do remember seeing this. It's sewer pictures. Would it look like it's a body in there? Have y'all seen that? I don't know who it is or if it was something or if it was made up. But we looking at it, y'all. Hold on. Let me see what y'all saying. You haven't? I remember saying this in the very beginning, but it's weird. I don't know. I don't know who it is. If they feel like someone is coming for them, carry a funky ace to DBD and tell them what part of JB Funky you played in the disappearance of Naziyah. That's funny. They called Annette a burger do with Jarvis mustard and ketchup shot. That's too funny. I think she said that because she might have been at a burger place at that moment. And she happened to just run up on her. But I'm not sure because I wondered about that at first too. Look, and then people actually posted other folks because this happened. Somebody had posted a guy and she said this was my R. Kelly / Jarvis Butts back in the day. It's been 17 years. I'm 33 and I still think about it. I blame myself a lot, but I was only 16. You were 25. And if you did it then, you'll do it now. Before he blocks me, here's his page. He's not, look disgusting too. He deleted his comment and blocked me. Stand on business, and she screenshot it. Oh, he said y'all both knew better though. Somebody else said that. Oh, somebody inboxed her and said y'all both knew better. No, he ain't inboxed. He commented y'all both knew better. And then she said, and notice how mostly men liked this comment. Y'all telling on yourself. Yep. Okay, let me not get caught up with that one. Now, hold on. It says the third man, Jarvis Butts, RAP'd his girlfriend, 4-year-old daughter, and gave her chlamydia. He was touching his biological daughter at the age of 8 and he went full on with her by the age of 10. That's the one that's testifying against him. He started grooming one of his baby mama's nieces at the age of 11. And it was said that she had been 5 months pregnant from him, and the time of her disappearance, she's still missing. And now this is stuff early on that people are saying. This is January 18th. Somebody is talking about Naziyah's, let me see which one. Yeah, that's the one when she looked like she singing and in love, hands in her pocket. And I was just saying they wasn't paying attention to her. Somebody said, I came across the Instagram. She was literally so innocent and just a kid. I can't believe what was actually going through behind that smile. It's a few videos. She was in the kitchen and it was a lock on the refrigerator. All of this stuff was in the beginning. And somebody said, when she said, I just want to love you, it broke my heart. She wasn't taught genuine love and was searching for it. And she was neglected in every way. I ran across a video that I hadn't seen before, and all you can hear, matter of fact, let me go to it. All you can hear is just a bunch of kids in one room. Ain't no adults in there, including babies. And the babies hollering, and it's just like they wasn't able to be kids. And then I heard Annette, she spent all of her time in her room. And if anybody want anything from her, they got to go knocking on her door because that's where all the goods and everything is kept. I've been said that. And it looks like she got on white and black shoes. It sure does. Look just like black and white shoes sitting on a bus and walking down the street. And you could see the coat. See how the coat hits her walking down the street versus how it looked here. This picture right here with that coat is past her butt. It looks oversized and big in that picture to me. Let me see if I could get it. But yeah, definitely. I didn't believe it when I seen it, but we went back through this the other day, and I mean, I had did it months ago, but we did it again the other day, and I slowed it down. And when she walks into the blur mark, it changes up, and you can see the hood, and you can see a backpack on her back. But that tells me that they tampered with the footage, and it's distorted. I mean, it's clearly distorted, and things are taken out. That's why she's jumping from, like, they took out a whole clip. They took out a whole part. Because I believe she was walking with kids, and they clipped that out. That's why you see her jump like that. But they knew what they was doing the whole time. They planned it, y'all. They planned it. Where they didn't want to do it over the break. They let her be on break this whole time, and she probably caught hell on that break. And I haven't mapped out how long she was on a break. This is her school calendar for the people that didn't see it. And they planned it to where she was out of school all those days. And they waited till her second day back to school to do this. Which explains why he was ignoring her the whole break. That's what he was doing. Remember, she was like, he really wasn't the judge said he played with her emotionally. You know, he definitely did that. He was ignoring her. She was saying that she didn't want to lose him and all of this kind of stuff, and he knew exactly what he was doing. I believe that they was planning then. And then started looking that stuff up and then decided, oh, let's get her. But what do y'all think made them get her hair done and all that stuff? If they were a part of this, did he have her thinking they was gonna run away? I often think, what did he tell her? Maybe she did have her backpack full of stuff, or maybe she took the backpack home. They never said nothing about a backpack, the undergarments, socks, or anything else that she would have had on that day, along with her clothes. But allegedly she told her friends that, you know, she was leaving, or then we see her waving. So it's like, what was really going on? What did he tell her? We just gonna run away together. We gonna be happy and have our baby and all that kind of stuff. Because, you know, she wanted love more than anything. But all she got was a bunch of howling babies. Every time she was trying to do stuff, like when she was cutting those jeans, that's all you heard was the baby screaming in the background. She had to pause her video in order for us to even be able to hear her. And then some of the videos, you can see the kids sitting in the background. Matter of fact, that might mess stuff up. I actually, and I probably won't be able to find it now. But I found that on YouTube. Hold on. If I can. From 5 years ago. I'm going to pull it up. I don't know if y'all seen that or not, but that's my first time seeing that. Let's see. I thought I ended this. Oh, it's not caught up. That's what it is. Give me a second, y'all. What the heck is happening? Wait a minute. Why is it doing this? Dude. First of all, I can't even hit on anything to get out of here. Hold on. This is crazy. What? Is my mouse not working? That must be what's happening. Dude, ain't nobody got time for this. Quit playing with me. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay. Hold on. So annoying. Sometimes the computer just do whatever it want to do. Unnecessary. Baby brother. I don't know if this is a page. Well, I'm assuming that this is the page that it says it is because this page was created like 6 years ago. And wait, what do I have up? This, and I don't need this up. Oh shoot, what time is it? God dang it. Hold on, y'all. Oh shit. What's happening? Okay. Yeah, time be getting away from me when I get on here. But this is what I'm talking about right here.
Happy Thanksgiving. Look at the ball. Happy Thanksgiving. Period.
Oh, no, thinking on a board. We're talking about doing a hall next year. Thanksgiving. Everybody get together.
Whose voice was that?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Who was that talking in the background? I don't know if it was Jernell, Annette, Kenya, or Roxy. I don't know. Whose voice do y'all think that was? Wait a minute. Let me turn this down. But yeah, my point with this is she was always somewhere with a baby, you know. Always somewhere with a baby. Even if they was standing behind her while she dancing or sitting behind her.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Look at the ball. Happy Thanksgiving. Period.
Oh, no, thinking on a board. We're talking about doing a hall next year. Thanksgiving. Everybody get together.
That sounds like Kenya to me. She was talking to Annette because they said, "Hey, Annette.
Somebody's watching me. Is my anxiety."
No, we ain't trying to do that. We are trying to do this though. So y'all see this. This page is saying that it's Annette Harris. It has 4 videos. 4 subscribers and 5 videos. And it was created in 2016. So I believe this is her page, Annette. I don't know. Like, what y'all think? This Naziyah here? Doing too much?
I'm in a different place because my brothers, they was playing basketball. I'm going to be doing some like working. But I'm trying to put it down low for y'all can really see me. Like, is this cool? Y'all put it down so y'all can really see me. Like, what I'm doing. So what I'm doing, I ain't gonna have enough room to do it, but I won't. Like, this the end of them.
That was before she really started dancing like that. And then that's let's see.
Tonight, oh, I can take you out tonight. Oh, shoot, she called my phone. Girl, get off my phone. Stinking breath. Give me my phone. Stinking breath. You gotta count the five. 1, 2, 3. Hey, shut up. Naziyah. I love you. Shut up.
See, always somewhere with some babies, man. Always. They were driving her crazy. She got to singing with him, stinking breath. She was something else. Like, she was funny, and I mean, just the little things I've seen of her. And Dre said I don't know, Sonia. I don't know how old she was, but you know what? Let me look to see when was that particular video put up. But I was scrolling. I was just looking around last night, and I ran across that page, and I was like, what? I ain't never seen none of this. So let me go to the when this was uploaded. That was before she knew how to dance good. That was December 26, 2018, y'all. That picture of her dancing in the bathroom. And then the picture of and this the the video is labeled stinking breath. And that was November 29, 2019. And then the other one was November 29, 2019. And that's all they got on that page. Labeled as Annette Harris. But Naziyah could have started that page for all we know. She could have. I don't know. It was started. Nah, she would have been too young, I would think. Yeah. Well, was she born into? Yeah, 6 years old would be too young to be trying to start a YouTube channel. So this channel was created April 23rd, 2016. And she was born in 2010, right? So maybe it really is her mom's page. She was beautiful, loved to dance and entertain. Yep, from a little girl. So that's what was in her heart the whole time. She really could have went places with that, you know, and they would never let her go nowhere, go dance or get in cheering or anything. All they would let her do is be at home. And it's really sad. Hey, Liz. Shout out to Liz B. How you doing? Love, unedited 60 minutes interview. She sounded worse than Biden. Oh, really? I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't looked at the poll. I dipped my head in a little bit, but I definitely gotta get into it because there's a lot going on. She got a few pages I've seen on YouTube. It does sound like Kenya to me. It does. Because Kenya and Roxy sound alike, but that sounded like Kenya to me. Wow, ain't that something? For her voice to be in that video. I don't know now. She could have went to school the first couple of days after the break, then went missing. Yeah, it was only the 9th was the second day back. They had just got back. The break had just literally ended. Let me pull that back up. The break had literally just ended on the 7th, and the 8th was the first day back. Where the red flags is at. The 8th was the first day back. The 9th, she went missing. And the 10th, they reported her missing, which to me, they planned every damn thing. That's what they did. She had been on break from, the 22nd of December all the way to January 7th. They waited for school to come back in. That's what that tells me. Yep. But, I'm going to go ahead and end it, y'all. I got to get some things done. Time be flying as soon as I get on here. But she was singing Stankin' Breath. I bet his breath was stinking too. That's how kids are. They'll get right in your face too in the morning. I'm hungry. And you just knocked me back out. I can't even get up. But it's when this one ends, another one is gonna pop up. Manny Collins is gonna pop up. I want to talk about that. He is a 16-year-old little boy or a teenager that went missing. And they believe that his father did it. So and they end up finding him and all that in a landfill. So I want to look at that. And that'll be the next one that pop up. Right, she has big school. Wait, she was big school already. New teacher said they was scared to say something. What, the teachers were scared to say something? If that's, or you, yeah, I don't know if you mean the teachers scared to say anything, but nobody admitted to knowing that she was pregnant. And so not, the teacher or the lunch lady the teacher that testified. The teacher is a lunch lady and the teacher substitute. And then there was a lady that called in a Mark D. They didn't say anything about them knowing that she was pregnant. But I know that caller did. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure. But we ain't going with that over here. Because they mandatory reporters. You can't be scared. You can't be scared to do the right thing. When you working around a bunch of kids and you see something off, you definitely need to say something. Salute, love what you're doing. Thank you, Kippy. I definitely appreciate that. If y'all could please smack that thumbs up on the way out. And there's many ways to support the channel. The free way is to, be here, typing in the chat and hitting the thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. You can also donate to the channel through all the ways of donating or become a member to show your support and stand out in the chat. So I appreciate you, Alma. Thank you so much. Why they never interview her real teacher, Mr. Brown, or Mr. Smith, you mean? As a matter of fact, let me pull that up because I believe we found Mr. Smith. Okay? Because Naziyah is right here in the picture. I believe that's her teacher. They said his name was Mr. Smith. This is her at school. We started out talking about that. And also the principal and administrator. And what I was saying is this is a black ran school. It looks like the staff is mostly black. His name is Garcia. Hers is Reeves. I said I was going to go back, but for whatever reason, I couldn't find their names. I don't know how the heck I did that. And what it is, I don't be want to waste y'all time. But now I'm back on the site because I wanted to get those names. Principal, administrator, and of course, I ain't gonna find it. But I was also looking at the programs that they have, and it says they have after school tutoring. So when they talk about her being in an after school program, it was for tutoring. They also have cheerleading team, elementary and middle school basketball teams, robotics teams, and male mentoring programs. I wonder why only male mentoring programs. Very interesting. So the principal's name is Stephen Garcia. I could see her, and I believe her last name is Reeves, but I forgot her. Oh, Jacqueline Reeves. I'm glad. And she is the dean of culture. So we got Stephen Garcia. And what y'all looking at right there is an old boy that took picture of this evidence and asked me for $100 to anyway, yeah, that guy. He had the nerve to message me again, asking me to share something. Boy, bye. Bye-bye. Stephen Garcia, the principal. Jacqueline Reeves, dean of culture. And justice for Naziyah. I mean, they had a trick bag for her. They really did. And everybody involved need to go down. We would like to see them all locked up.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up.
Without hesitation. Every last one of them. But let's see. Yes, Mr. Smith. Yeah, we think that's Mr. Smith right there. So one of the things that me and JoJo was thinking, Mr. Smith could be the age of Jarvis. I mean, did he grow up in that area? Did he go to the same school? Do they know? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know. But I'm hoping that he'll maybe be, well, if they was going to use Mr. Smith, I would think they should have already used him to ask him why the hell he marked her present. The ring camera video was edited because it was a white car in front of the black car. Look at the shadow in the puddle of the water. Oh yeah, it was definitely edited. I can tell because I edit. And I can tell what happened when you take a clip, when you take something out of a footage, it makes it jump. And so I can tell from that. And another thing I noticed with that footage is that there was a red car approaching. So I'm gonna have to go back and look better at the red car. It was a red car approaching, and it cut off right when it had approached. But I think I seen it go by. But that don't mean it wasn't them. They could have went by and parked somewhere else and came back. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Oh yeah, why they wait till October to interview the teacher? And they didn't even interview her then. They waited till October to even talk to her, and they told her that she was gonna have to be she was gonna have to appear for the preliminary hearing. That's all they told her. So technically, they never interviewed the teacher. That's crazy. You would have thought old lazy wolf, the one that didn't give a damn. I mean, if he was gonna pretend like he was gonna work, he definitely should have talked to the teacher. And it's crazy that he didn't. And didn't have a problem with it either.
You big dummy. You big dummy.
That's what I think of him. Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have Posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you a true crime sleuth? Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you for sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. For sharing me. Thank you. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe. And please smack the thumbs up on the way out if you have not got a chance to. Thank y'all all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Lena Love. And did you see the security guard at the same school as a kid doing that same mother suing school? The same school? I did see some. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, though. I did see something about an essay at a school, but I wasn't thinking it was Naziyah's school. So I'm not sure if that's what you're saying. What's in his background? What, the teacher's background or the principal? I'm not sure. But I'm a look at that ring cam footage again, because now that we see the car, because I didn't know what the car looked like at first. I thought I remembered the Jaguar is what I'm talking about. I remember it being said that it was red, but I didn't know what it looked like. So I want to go back and look at that. And so let me go through these right quick. We know that King is out. We got the car here. I still gotta match this up. I believe that's Naziyah. It looked like her build to me. It looks like a kid to me. Same type of shoes, same build. You know, you can't really tell a person's height when they're walking. I believe that car is Jarvis's car, or a car that Jarvis was driving when I was playing that video. And then this is a closer image of the person walking down the street. Somebody had asked me the other day where was this picture. They had a bowling alley. And so you got I'm assuming that's Marquita, because I remember Shannon wearing that when she was pregnant, that shirt. Either way. And then you got Annette standing right here. They at the bowling alley. This is when Kenneth Greer was sitting there recording her. And she didn't want to be recorded. And that's how she looked at him. And she tried to smack the phone out of his hand. She didn't want to be recorded. And then they just standing over there looking, just not even paying attention, just letting him have his way. Then we got this creep. This is a good picture to refer back to when you're talking about those new charges that he got. Because this child was born in 2013. And that's when those new charges happened. And he wasn't even out of the halfway house yet. Remember, if you look at his paperwork, it says he was released in 2014. And he wasn't. I mean, he was free, technically free. I feel like instead of them having it like that on the paperwork, it should say that he went to the dang on halfway house from this time to this time, and in 2014 he was completely done. They need to do better with how they had that stuff looking on the documents, because it ain't right. It ain't reading right. It was the same school. Yes, the same school on Detroit News. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. They saying that's Mimi's sister. I don't believe it. That Mimi? Wait a minute, hold on. I've never seen Mimi or her sister. I mean, I seen Mimi in a video that I played where Roxy came when they was in that building, but I don't know anything about her sister. But this, just from what we know, we've seen Naziyah. We've seen her standing, dancing, moving. This looked like Naziyah to me. It looks like a child. But what I was asking, do you believe that this is Naziyah? I do. But it could be anybody. I mean, it could not be Naziyah. But it definitely, when I was rotating that video, you could literally see that car in the background, and I'm pretty sure I took that out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I took that out. But that was the purpose of even showing that. That's crazy, though. That's crazy how Google Maps caught them so much on their images. Even caught Shannon waiting for the kids to walk down the street. And you can literally see Naziyah walking with like 2 other little kids and Shannon standing there. You could see Jarvis and King multiple times. And if this is Naziyah, you could see her too. It definitely looked like her. Wow. That's something. Yes, that's what the word is. Jarvis have a baby by Mimi's sister. That's why they saying Mimi is invested. What? I remember when I first... Okay, so I couldn't watch Mimi because I was like trying to learn the case and I was hearing about her doing weird stuff. So I had never watched any of her videos until she got arrested. And then I played the other video recently. But I remember a long time ago, a content creator had basically said she had a baby by Jarvis. But I didn't believe that at the time that I heard it because nothing, I mean, just the way that it came about. But it's already been said that she has kids by him, but I don't believe that. So, I mean, show me the proof. Like, what's her sister's name? Because it was a lot, it's some paperwork on a bunch of females that had paternity test and all of that. And what's her name? Is it on the paperwork? Hopefully all the girls come forward. Exactly, Joy. Remember that fight she was in the bathroom at school? That tells me Jarvis was messing around with other girls at her school. Well, I mean, I'm not sure though. He crazy if he was, but I wouldn't put nothing past this dude. I don't know what that fight was about, but I do remember hearing that Shannon took her to it. I heard that it could have been something about him. I don't know. I know he brought it up in his interrogation too. He brought it up. Oh, the grandmama knew she got into it with some girls at her school. Like, he brought that up. So I would love to know what all happened. And then the other shady part. See how we looking at the 8th, the fact that she was on vacation for holidays, came back to school on the 8th, and by the 9th she was missing. And then on the 10th, Shannon had an appointment to get her paternity test or something with DNA test or something. And then on the 11th, they went and reported that fight. They absolutely did. And then, they also reported her missing on the 10th. So on the 10th, they reported her missing with the school, and Shannon had an appointment downtown. And then the next day, they report the fight. All shady actions. All seeming planned to me. And ain't no dang on way they gonna be able to get away with this mess. But all right, y'all, I'm out of here for real this time. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral.
Woo.
It sure didn't make no sense. None at all. Please like that thumbs up on the way out, y'all.
MTGBLLC. Make this go viral. Make this go viral. Make this go higher. 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 This go fire.
Peace and love, y'all. We out.